we would shh, and it will give us instant shine. And I feel like that's what we are looking for sometimes when we have locks. Hey good people, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk about why your locks so nasty and dry. So let's talk about locks being nasty. What is considered nasty? Most of the time people feel that if you are not washing your hair frequently, then it's nasty. Your wash routine depends on how you conduct your daily life. Like, what's your lifestyle? Sometimes people that are around a lot of smoke, people that are around a lot of loud smells, people that work out a lot and they sweat a lot of times they may wash their hair more than most. For me, I wash my hair when it feels nasty. So that's the first thing you need to consider. How does your hair tell you that it needs to be clean or it is nasty? And for me, it's all about how my locks feel. A lot of times when it's time for me to wash my hair, my locks feel very hard, very stiff, almost crunchy like. And a lot of times when I smell my hair, a lot of times there is no smell, meaning whatever I washed my hair with the previous time, all of that is gone. So many people during their starter lock journey feel like they cannot wash their hair because it may unravel the coils or unravel the twist. They may go for a longer period than usual without washing their hair, just because they don't want to disturb the locking process. But we know now that a lot of people wash their hair early on in their journey. And so I think that kind of stigma that comes along with locks, people just took it and ran with it and just assumed, I guess, that people with locks never wash their hair, or because locks are considered so low maintenance that we don't have to wash our hair. But I feel like that is so far from the truth. So a wash routine for me is usually at least twice a month, but there are some weeks where I may use a lot of product, maybe on my edges or just on my hair in general. And those are the weeks that I will wash my hair more often. So that's just my routine. But my point is, you have to become familiar with your hair and listen to what it's telling you. Another thing to think about is I feel like people that like to wash their hair in the shower probably wash their hair more often, probably because it feels more like self-care. Washing my hair in the sink, bending over, hurting my back, that's not anything that motivates me to go and wash my locks. But thinking about taking a shower, having music going in the background, and washing my locks in the shower definitely motivates me. So yeah, if your locks feel nasty, the best thing to do is just wash it. And first you need to figure out, are your locks really nasty? Like, how do you want your locks to look and feel? Once you get that down, you can determine what your wash routine needs to be. If you're okay with your locks feeling a certain kind of way, then that shouldn't be an issue. Now, if your locks are feeling a certain kind of way, smelling a certain kind of way, looking a certain kind of way, and when I say looking a certain kind of way, I mean like a lot of product residue, caked on edges, caking at the roots, like those are definitely signs that it's time to wash your hair. So when it comes to washing your locks, I do feel like you should have at least 3 different shampoos in your routine, especially like when the seasons change, maybe when your hair doesn't feel very dry. I just think you need to have at least more than one product to wash your hair with. So the main thing is get your wash routine down. And let me just say, I do feel like the quickest way for me to moisturize my hair is to wash my locks. To wash my locks. And that's when you have to figure out, when it comes to shampoos, which ones are drying your hair out. You definitely don't want to use anything that is going to dry your hair out. And the quickest thing to do is not buy a shampoo that is geared towards people that have naturally oily scalps. Okay? Now, dryness. A lot of people worry about how to keep their locks from being so dry. And my first question would be is, are they really dry? Because I feel like we have these different expectations as far as what locks should look like and what straight hair should look like. Like, what type of sheen are you expecting to naturally come from your hair or to come from your hair with products? Because the sheen that comes from straight hair is going to be different that comes from lock hair or kinky hair. Now, I'm in the belief that once you wash your hair, you go in with the moisturizer. Why? I mean, you basically do that when you take a bath. You take your bath, you take your shower, and you go in with the moisturizer after that. Just using water only is gonna keep you dry. Your skin will be dry when you finish cleansing yourself. So that's why you go in and lotion afterwards. And I pretty much apply that to my scalp and hair as well. So if I am putting a moisturizer on my locks, I am going to mist it with water first, and then I'm going to go on top of it with the moisturizer. I know a lot of people feel like, oh, well, you only need water. Water is the best hydrator. Yes, water is the best hydrator. But just think about when you are sick or dehydrated. Yes, they tell you to drink more water, but they also probably tell you to drink something like Powerade, Gatorade to give you some electrolytes, to give you things that are not included or provided by water alone. Another thing is, how hydrated are you? A lot of people believe that having moisturized hair comes from within, meaning the more water you drink, the more hydrated you are, the better off you'll be. I can't really say anything about that because I just never drink as much water as I should. So that probably is true. I'm one of the people that I don't drink enough water every day, so I cannot say that drinking this amount of water keeps my hair from being dry or feeling dry. I can say that my hair hardly ever feels like super dry. Another thing is, sometimes I believe our hair is not dry, but maybe it looks dry to us. I've noticed when I don't dye my hair and it's more of an off black, it naturally looks dry to me. But if I go in and dye my hair like jet black, it seems to have more sheen to it. And I think that just has to do with the play of color versus how dry your hair actually is. So of course you want to hydrate yourself. Of course you want to take your vitamins, but you also want to put moisturizer or whatever type of oil on your hair. Anytime I wash my hair, it just feels so much softer, so much pliable and light. And that's the way I like for my locks to feel. I like for my locks to feel light, soft, not hard. And I like for them to smell nice too. A lot of times that's why I limit what products I put in my hair, because I know how I am. I know if I've been putting gels and edge control and all that kind of stuff, even oils, if I'm putting a lot of oils on my hair throughout the week, I know that I am going to feel the need to wash my hair that weekend. Now, I usually have 2 or 3 different moisturizers I like to use. Right now I'm using the Cream of Nature Argan Oil, and I always have black castor oil, and a lot of times I may water it down a little bit, but I usually have that somewhere, and also some type of spray. So let's just say I've moisturized my hair, but I may be going out or something and I just want my hair to look shinier. A lot of times I'll use sort of like a sheen. Now, back in the day, when I was in middle school, we used to go heavy on some oil sheen. And I'll see if I can find a picture of it. But we used to get our hair done and we would shh, and it will give us instant shine. And I feel like that's what we are looking for sometimes when we have locks, is that instant shine. So I will always have some type of sheen, glistening spray, whatever you want to call it, when I want to bump up the sheen, but I don't think it's actually moisturizing my hair, even though it probably has a moisturizing spray on the bottle. I think we need to stop being so hard on ourselves when it comes to how our hair looks. I feel like we may have different expectations. We have to consider what our hair texture is and if that is even feasible for us, for our hair to look a certain way. Wash days are the best up until it's time for my hair to dry, because my hair does have a little bit of length on it, so my locks do feel heavy when it's wet, and it does take a while for my hair to dry. But other than that, I completely love washing my hair in the shower. So if you're still washing your hair in the sink, I encourage you to try washing your hair in the shower, get a handheld, whatever you got to do, so you can enjoy the experience, and maybe it will prompt you to wash your locks more often if you feel that's what's needed. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care.